Welcome, everyone. We're so happy to have you joining us. Today, we're talking about keys to managing environmental sensitivity with Andrea Weber. And Andrea is an environmentally sensitive HSP who has created Expansive Happiness to encourage and support those with environmental sensitivities find well-being and fulfillment in their lives. Andrea is on a mission to raise awareness around these conditions so people can have the support and respect that they need. Welcome, Andrea.
Hello, Julie. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're so happy to have you here. Why don't we start out with, what does it mean to be environmentally sensitive?
Okay, so environmental sensitivities means a heightened or a highly sensitized response to substances or stimuli in the environment. So that can be things like chemicals, mold, electromagnetic energy, which can include things like electrical fields, magnetic fields, and also all of your radio frequency fields. So things like your cell phone, mobile phone signals, and also Wi-Fi. So they're the big ones. And then I guess there's also some common ground there for a lot of HSPs as well in terms of light and noise sensitivity. So there's a number of reasons why these sensitivities can develop, but they can range from mild to severe. And they present themselves as a range of physical symptoms in the body. So things that people often experience can be things like head pain, headaches, joint and muscle pain, great difficulty sleeping. People get very exhausted, their systems become weakened, they become very fatigued, and things like brain fog, like with concentration, focus, just not thinking as clearly as they should be. And then, of course, particularly with chemical sensitivities as well, you can have things like anything from abdominal issues to nausea. Dizziness can be experienced, and all of your skin type of irritations can be there as well. So heart arrhythmias, palpitations, there's a whole range of things that people can experience. And quite often they don't associate these things initially with something in their environment. They can be struggling with these things for quite a long time, and they can be going to doctors and getting blood tests, and they're doing all of those things to try and figure out what the problem might be. And often what's in the environment is often considered last on the list when they've desperately tried to find out everything else. So yeah, so it can be established for a number of reasons. There now research is showing that there are a number of contributing factors. Obviously, an exposure has to be there to some extent or another. So it could be an acute exposure to something in the environment, like some kind of chemical spill or industrial accident. It could be something like that, but it's more likely for the most people to be a continued and an accumulated low-level exposure. So I guess that's really important for all of us, because we are living in these saturated environments now, and we do have that continued low-level exposure. So some of the things that I'd like to cover today are some things that people can do to reduce their exposures to these things in their home environment. And there's also things that people can do outside of the home as well. So there's a number of factors that can contribute. And it's not just the exposure. It can be things like if somebody has compromised detoxification pathways, hormonal imbalances. Often people have things like poor digestion, which I know, Julie, you've talked about is common with HSPs as well. So particularly people with electrical sensitivity tend to have a burden of heavy metals in the body that they haven't been able to eliminate properly, and insufficient nutrients. So there's a number of, I guess, common factors there that people can experience. And also if they've had some kind of viral infection or overburden or illness on the body as well, some kind of emotional or physical stress or trauma can also bring those other vulnerabilities in the system as well. So there's a number of factors that can cause and contribute to a sensitivity developing. And it's interesting that a lot of those things there that I've just mentioned, they can also impair the limbic system as well. So we know that the limbic system is involved, but there's a number of other factors that come in with an environmental sensitivity as well, and genetic predispositions to these things also. So there's lots that people are discovering more and more all the time.